To look at it coming in, that Delta flight initially seemed just fine. Waiting for it, paramedic Mike Nolan, there to pick up a friend, and noting to himself, it was windy.
It was an incredibly windy day. Having driven from the Ottawa Valley, it wasn't an easy drive either, but to watch the planes come in, in a bit of an angle, just fighting that headwind was a bit of a spectacle.
Mike's friend, another paramedic, American Pete Carlson. He was sitting in 10D, and he now says he too had high winds on his mind.
We're coming into land, and there had been comment early in the flight about strong winds. And as we made our descent and made touchdown, where all of a sudden everything just kind of went sideways. And then the next thing I know is kind of a blink and I'm upside down, still strapped in. My very first thought was high winds.
You're tracking his flight, and you text him when you think it should have landed?
Yeah, had a flight radar up just to make sure he was coming in on time. And watching that out of the corner of my eye, see a big black plume of smoke, but there's a bit of a delay on the radar. So I said, heads up.
Mike sends a quick series of texts. Who are you flying with? You okay? On the tarmac, Pete responds, remarkably. Good, Mike continues. The plane immediately ahead of you looks like it crashed. That's mine, Pete responds. And then he sends this picture. Hard to imagine keeping your wits about you like this, but paramedics are incredibly well trained. Mike Nolan, who's been in the field for years, immediately makes his way to the fire station adjacent to the airport for both his friend and a sense of duty.
Speaking with the local paramedics on site, there was a usefulness to have me there while they were managing some of the more injured people. And in doing that, was able to stay with Pete, but also to be able to support some of the other people from the aircraft.
Good to see a friendly face?
Oh yeah, yeah.
These are pictures Mike took of Pete's injuries being tended to.
It was a lot of relief to have someone you knew suddenly literally come into the bus and be a part of that. And I think everyone there today was looking for family, friends, etc. So yeah, it meant the world.
Pete, still bewildered in that moment, but somehow has the instinct to try to comfort a little boy who reminded him of his own child.
He's scared, uncomfortable physically, not feeling great. And so, I was doing kind of a check, where am I? And had my phone, the lock screen is a picture of my 3 children. So it was fun to be able to say, here's another 4-year-old, kind of offer a little bit of comfort, relatability.
You feel like you're a little different tonight?
I'm really excited. I always want to hug my wife and kids. Yes, that just went up like another magical notch, and different in a way that just, I feel really fortunate to have made it this many years without an experience like that. And so too early to kind of understand how it'll impact me, but I'm still digesting it.